Hey YouTube, we're back on this squeeze. I've been trying to get a 6.7 power stroke down in McDowell in the shop down there together. It seems like every time I was videoing that, but every time it seems like I get started working on it and I run into another part I need and then they don't have it and then I have to order it and it's just dragging on forever. Anyway, what I'm doing right now, trying to get most of the stuff here done. So these had air throttles in them, and this is where the air throttle was setting, and I'll show you on the other one, but it had a big round hole in it where the air lines and the valve on the air throttle went through the deck plate here, and so I just cut that out because I need 3 holes here to drill into this to mount the electronic pedal. So I'm gonna let that cool down while I'm doing the other one, is my thought process. This other plate's already clear out of this thing. Here it is right here. This is the plate. I gotta make sure that I'm doing right here. And was this? Yeah, it was in there like this, because the clutch pedal sort of went through here, I think. What was going through there? I don't remember. No, there wasn't no clutch pedal going through there. I don't remember. So that would have been on this side of the, yeah, that would have been over here. I don't know what that hole there's for. Yeah, this would have been sitting in here like, it should have been sitting in the squeeze like this. A little better here. This is the plate I was using to get that done. Yeah, that would have had to have been just like this right here, sitting in there. It's the only thing that really makes any sense to me. Does that make sense to you? 2 holes right there. Yeah, that's exactly what the deal was. I remember there were broken bolts in it. Okay, so that's basically, oh, I need to go shut my welder off. I gotta shut my welder off, hang on. Okay, so this is going to be, I just gotta double check this so I don't screw up and cut a big hole out or something that I don't need to cut out, but I'm almost certain. Where's that air throttle at? I laid the other one I took out over here somewhere. I want to make damn sure that I'm going about this the right way, and I cannot remember where I set that old air throttle at. I don't know what the hell I did with it, guys. Well, here is, yeah, here's the one that come off this side. Yeah. Okay, so that's the correct setup. And this other one here is the foot valve. So it's got to be, that's got to be it. Okay. How about we cut the smallest square, that way we're not wasting too much material. I made it 4 1/4, 4 1/2. go 4.5. That's 4.5 there. Now if I go 4.5 there. Should be pretty well 4.5 inches square. Yeah. Sometimes my measuring skills aren't what they should be. Let me fit my striker. Okay, let's cut this out. On there a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. I really would have thought that that would have went in there. Well, that kind of sucks. Well, oh, come on. Need another hammer to back it up with it. better situation. Okay, that'll work. All right, so let that one cool down, and then we'll work on getting this other one drilled out and getting it mounted. Okay, guys, so you know, the other guy, the air throttles, they were mounted in their square. They were square to the throttle pedal, or the brake pedal. I don't like that because, I mean, if you're setting, it's fine on this brake pedal because you get your foot straight on it, but when you're over here, I think you need to have this one at an angle. Either that or you're going to be like this. That just makes way more sense to me. It's actually probably not too bad of a spot for it right there. Let's see here. Probably somewhere right around in there. I'm actually kind of liking that right there. Or do I need to come more that way? I just like that better, that little bit of an angle. I know guys like things in their square and it looks probably nicer, but for functionality wise, I think it's way better like this, because you're not going to have your foot, you know, twisted like that. So I'm going to go with that. And I think I did a real genius move and left the soapstone to mark the holes with down here. Oh, there's so much work on one of these projects. It's just almost, you know. I wonder if I can get the holes marked. I'm going to do here, I'm going to break my soapstone in two, like that. That way I can get in there and mark the other two holes. Oh, I just love drilling holes, guys. Ask my wife. It's like one of my least favorite things about any of these projects to do is drilling holes. I can't stand drilling holes. Seems like drill bits, I can't ever keep them sharp. I'm always trying to find a bit that's got a good cutting edge on it, and so on and so forth. Let's see, I probably don't even need that handle on there, but this one seems to be cutting all right, at least. Okay. Right. Okay, hole number 2. Alright. Now I gotta go with the bigger hole. Is that bit right here, is it going to be big enough for this process? Could go a little bigger. I might have to go get me another bit, step it up a little bit. I just don't want to jump up too quick and cause myself problems. Oh, that sucker's biting, huh? Hopefully my bit didn't walk on me and the holes are gonna line up. That's been known to happen. I think we're gonna be pretty good shape, but I just gotta get a little bit bigger. I gotta get a little bit bigger. Sorry, I bumped the camera and knocked it off. Alright, so these throttles are like $1,000 a piece. They're not cheap. Oh man, sucker's biting so hard. There goes. Didn't know if the bit broke or... Come on, dude. Wow. Nice and easy. Okay. Alright. And these were threaded into that other one. We're not doing that. We're going to put a bolt and a nut on there. But just making sure these are going to line up properly. Should have been a third one here. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to go get some nuts so I could put on those. And I got to run my harness that I had to make harnesses for these two. I got to route it around this side and back up through here and then plug it in. I got to get her bolted down. Okay, I got to run my wires for my throttle back through this box and then back through there. And I didn't even look to see, is there a hole that I can go through there, or I got to drill another hole here too? Damn, I might have to drill. I think I'm gonna have to drill another hole there as well, so I can get that in there. Oh man, let's see. Let me get this in here. There's a wire right there that I don't really want to cut into because the taillight's where all that stuff was working, I think. Should I come up? I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. Yeah, I guess I'll just do like I was doing the other one. Okay, now I gotta see where I'm at. Might not be too bad of an idea to see where the bit's gonna come out on the other side, huh? Make sure I don't cut something too on the other side. I don't think there's anything there. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to be able to get any lube on that. There's no way. Big old heavy thing. Get my shop back and vacuum all the metal shavings out of there. I still don't know if that plug is going to fit through that hole or not, though. Might have to go bigger. Well, I think I'm just gonna take the torch and just give it a little bit with the torch. So the next bit that I have in my set is way bigger, so I don't want to go that big. So I'm just gonna cut it with the torch a little bit. Let's see here. Gonna be easier on the other side. Oops, that didn't work very good. Okay, is that gonna do it? Man, barely. Just barely. Man, this is not easy right here. That is not easy at all. Ah. Alright, we're gonna have to make a big fucking hole to get both of those plugs through there. That's all there is to it. What a pain in the butt, man. Alright, finally got the wire harness hole. Quite a step forward. I earned it. Okay, now what am I going to do about the other side? And there's no hole here anywhere for this. I wonder if I should, they got them up high, I wonder if I should be going down low with that. There There's quite a bit of cable on that. Oh, decisions, decisions, decisions here. So I do have quite a bit of cable here on this one. I think I'm just going to cut a hole right below this, right there with the torch. Alright, I'm trying to get this one in here. The plate's sprung a little bit, so it's not wanting to go in. It kind of goes underneath the bulkhead plate there, so I got it started under there. I had a bar and I had to wedge it and tie it down and get it going. Let's see if we can. A little spring action to her. Yeah, she just sprung a little bit. Gotta get the air throttle or the foot pedal back up in there. What do we got going on here? I got some gunk holding me up here in this lip. I see. Should. Trying to get it. Okay, I think we're there. Get a screw. They've got countersunk screws in them, and then we can get this pedal mounted. Oh, that's going to be kind of an issue, isn't it? That's right in the way. I'm not going to be able to mount that the way I really would like to mount it. I'm just going to have to cheat it over here, I guess, as much as I possibly can. That's all I can do. I'm going to have to go over here. I need to grind this down. I got some of my weld bead is sticking up too high. I'm gonna have to grind that down, get it set flat. And I guess the first thing I should probably do, I'll get this mounted down solid, and then get the bolt, the brake mounted back into it, the brake valve, foot valve. And then once I get that on there, and then that'll give me a little better idea of where I need to be here. I'm trying to remember how this brake pedal assembly went together. I had to tear it all apart to get it. And I think I left all the bolts back there. That wasn't very good. I had to climb out of here again. Getting good at it. Okay. Sorry, let me go get the bolts out of the dam. They're back here. And then we'll get a grinder and grind that bead down a little bit so that plate will sit on there flat for that fall. Confused here. I don't see the bolts for that. I thought they were laying right here. I thought. Huh. Okay. Oh shit, they're right here. Okay, dummy. They're right here in front of me. I already set them here and I just didn't catch it. Okay. Would be, I don't remember. It's got to be these 5/16 bolts. And darn it, a little plunger fell off. Gotta get down. Make sure we have the right size bolts. That should be what we're looking for. And that flat spot on that's going to go up so that roller hits it. This light over here where I can see something. Still can't see anything. I have it backwards or something? I don't think so. That's interesting. Look, I'm missing a bolt maybe. Let's see. Trying to remember what size. Probably don't have a socket here for that. Got a gear wrench, so we'll go with that for now, I guess. And that one's going to be a little bit difficult. Trying to get that one. Trying to just not have to climb out of here again. I didn't think that would clamp. Why did it clamp it down like that? Shouldn't have really clamped it down like that, because I really wouldn't have thought that would have happened, to be honest with you. Okay, thought it would still be kind of loose in there, or you could move it to line the other, because there's bolts that go in these 3 holes to bolt it to the plate. And it's pop metal, watch me. No, I'm not gonna do that. I can see that pop metal breaking on me, and well, now what am I going to do? They don't make those anymore or something. It's going to be one of those deals, I can tell already. Just go get the right wrench. Golly. And I do not have a socket anyplace anywhere in here. Oh my gosh. All right. Will you cooperate? Holy cow. She is being hard-headed now. Really hard-headed. if I could just grab it like that and then pull it over. There we go. Now let's get the bolts in this. I'm missing a bolt for some reason. All right. Maybe we're gaining on her, huh? Find another 5/16 bolt somewhere. It's not leaving this pedal in there. That's not. Okay, guys, well, almost got this mounted back in there. And we can get this other throttle pedal situated. That would be nice. I had to figure out, I think it had an air line that, like, jumpered for supply between the throttle pedal and the yeah, and I took a line off for some reason. I'm not certain. Don't remember. Maybe it was feeding the other throttle. I don't remember. I'm gonna look at the other throttle well, can't really do that. I should have looked at that when I had it off to see if that said supply on it, or exhaust, or delivery, or what. Okay, all right, guys. All right, so finally, let's put this there, and that'll go there. And there's 2 pins in here. Where the cotter pins went for it. I don't even see those. But let's see here. One's obviously going to go there, so I don't know why I took the roller out. Maybe I just had my head up my ass and took the wrong pin out. The roller just goes right in here. Let's put it in this way, and that way I can stand down in here and look at this side of it. Come on, man. It's not the wrong pin, is it? I think maybe, no, that is the correct pin, because this one has just got a hole, and it's got a boss over here that lines up with a hole. Okay, so that is the correct pin. It's just old and rusted up. Everything else is on the same. Don't even remember why I took this pin out. I don't even remember that. It ain't like it's just gonna fall out of there, huh? Okay. Which one's the one that's got the hole in it? That one? Yeah, then you gotta line that up with that. Okay. Didn't see if I had my hole lined up here. Okay, so put that in there. Starting to look like something again. It looks like that should work properly. I just got to find some cotter pins. Oh wait, here's one right here. Looks like that's way too big for that. Yeah, that is way too big for that one. I wonder if this one will fit in this one. How did that get turned on me like that? I had it lined up. Must have turned when I rocked the throttle pedal back and forth and it twisted the pin on it. Yeah, there we go. Pain in the butt, man. What do they say? The struggle is real? I'm telling you. You can definitely fight cotter pins, I'll tell you that. Okay, I just got to get one for this other end. I see a broken piece on this one, so that's probably the one that was in it originally. It probably broke or something, I'm guessing. Now here's one right here, but that is way too big for that, so I don't know. I'll find a better candidate for that. Okay, alright guys, so now what am I going to do with this one? I'm going to have to rock it way over here. Well, I'm not going to be able to get the angle I want to on that. Okay, well, let me get the grinder. I got to get this cleaned up to where it sits flat. Just not sitting on there flat. Alright guys, so we got both our plates welded in there and our throttle pedals both mounted, and got the holes and all the wiring over there for that. I'm trying to figure out what to do next. There's so many things to do. It's just take your pick. I'm thinking about, don't know whether, they've got a hole cut in this. I don't know what for, but we don't need that hole there. I was almost thinking about welding the plate back into that and putting the ignition maybe like right here. I got this other dash control valve that was came out of the bus because it has the park brake switch on it there. Thinking about right in there. I'm gonna have to measure that out and cut me a plate and weld the plate back in there, and then drill a hole. I don't even think I got enough room on there for the mag drill. You know what? Well, I can blow it out with a torch, I guess, but then I'll burn all my wiring up inside. I kind of wanted to use the drill. Wonder if I could C-clamp up another plate to that, and then put the mag drill on that plate and then drill the hole. That's an idea. Is this box stand down here? Well, I can't C-clamp to that. I want to put maybe this right here and then this park dash valve right next to it. Well, actually, I think this would be better over here. That way when you're pushing this in by hand, you know, if you get that too closer, I'm thinking to those toggle switches. If you get that too close with a big knob on there like that, you know, you're going to be pushing that in and hitting them. So maybe put this over here and put the ignition over here. Or do we just cut a couple holes below it and put them in right there? Sure would look a lot better. It sure would look a lot better if it was closed up and look halfway decent, but I know he's on a budget, but I like to do stuff and make it look halfway decent, to be completely honest with you. I still got to some grinding and welding and fitting to get this instrument cluster to fit. It actually isn't too far off. And I got some tabs welded in there, but now I got to get these holes, got to get it sitting in there exactly the way I want it. It's close. It doesn't look too bad, really, sitting in there. Let's get the light over here. Maybe you can see it without it blinding you. It doesn't look too bad, really. Upwards and onwards, guys. Got to keep trucking here. Another thing that I just thought of when I just turned the key on and I saw the gauges work. And I don't think I got the alternator. I don't think I got anything hooked to that alternator. As far as the ground and stuff work. Don't see anything. No, I don't have anything on that. I don't remember what the heck this was for. It must have been whatever it was being used for. It wasn't being used at all because the end of the plug is full of grease and stuff, so it's never was plugged in anything. So here's our little ground right here, and I don't know if I left that down there. I don't think that was part of this harness. I might have to look down there. There might be another wire. I bet it's probably running over. You think that they would have jumpered. Trying to think this through here. They might have had it running over the battery, huh? Most of the time they'll run a small cable around to, which is what we're going to do right now, for the actual power supply to the alternator, or not. I don't know how you would say that, but the positive to the alternator will go on right here. I'm just going to make a cable to go around from here. We'll come around there, we'll split loom it and protect the cable, and we'll go right around to the positive post on the starter. So that'll be the next step. Alright, YouTube, I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do here. It's getting late. So I kind of did a rough measurement of where it's almost 4 feet to the plane right here of where the drive line sets. Right around 4 feet. And this, man, I don't know what I did with the bolts. Well, there's the nuts for it, but kind of wonder if we can kind of mock this. I wanted to kind of mock this up and see. I want this as low as I could possibly get it. I don't know. Got the driveline angle. Yeah, I need some bolts to bolt it together. No. Probably, if I get it towards about like that, I'll probably be all right. I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal for that This is the plate that, you know, the original plate that it was mounted on. And there's a little bit, I want a little bit of slip in this drive line, if I can. Man, I mean, I would like to just love to have it like that. But that brings me way up higher than really what I really wanted to be. Well, you know, let's see, what kind of angle are we going to have here? Do you guys think that's too much of an angle for a drive line running a pump? It's probably a good 20-degree angle, maybe 30. Because if I want to put this radiator in there the way that I actually want to, I need every bit of clearance here that I could possibly get. I'm really trying to utilize this hydraulic fan. Let's see here. I can't remember. Now, when it was sitting in the... I'm trying to think this through here. When it was sitting in the bus, this was towards the inside. The fan motor, the hydraulic motor was in the shroud was on the inside. But was it pulling the air or pushing it? Can't really tell. You would think, so if the charger cooler was mounted out here on a normal application, I would think it would be pulling the air. Wouldn't you think it would be pulling it through just like a regular fan would when you turn a fan on? Because I'm just thinking this through, even if you had it sitting on the side of the bus like that, sitting out here going down the road with all the airflow coming past it, and wouldn't that fan be trying to work against itself, trying to push that air against the air that's moving past it? Wouldn't it be easier for the fan to pull it in? And that's my thought on that. Maybe there's somebody out there smarter than me that can... There's no arrows or nothing that I can see. I don't see any kind of rotation marks on the fan motor. I'm almost thinking it was I'll have to do a little research on that, guys. But my idea was to bolt that, instead of having that so the radiator was originally like this. This would have been the top of it right here. Is that right? Yeah, that would have been the top of it. It was sitting in there sideways. So my idea was to just set it in there vertical like this, with this neck here and the other neck down there, and have the fan motor over there, and then put it in here like this, mount it in here. I was thinking about putting it over the top, but I'm just not going to have the room. Once I flip all that stuff off, put the charger cooler on there, and with that fan motor sticking away, I just don't have enough room up there. I mean, I've got plenty here, I think. Yeah, I do. I measured it out here. You know, I just was I'm coming up with different ideas as I go here, thinking about it. You know what? You know what? There's plenty of room right here to set it flat, right? And the charger cooler. You could almost sit it horizontal right in here. How much room do we got here? From the end of that fan hub. Well, I probably want to go measure from probably around I mean, I'm going to cut these off. I'm thinking, what is our length on this? That sucker's like 45 inches on those necks. So, I mean, you gotta have a lot of room for that charge air cooler. Overall length on this radiator, though, about, that's right on the button of 3 feet right there. It's 3 feet, 36 inches. What's our width? Shroud sticks out a little bit further. Shroud sticks out a little bit further, which actually not too worried about that, because this is going to be the end. It's going to be right around 27 inches there. I'm just seeing if it would fit in this, you know, in this area here. Now that charge air cooler would be, I guess it really wouldn't matter. And I saw online where you could buy, so I need to come in, so this part of the taper here is, I mean, I'd have to come, here's where I get into, like, that'd be the narrowest I could, I mean, I could go into about right in here, which I don't know. I mean, that gives me 30 inches there, but man, I'm really thinking about doing that. I'm really thinking about taking that thing. Go ahead. I started air arcing these out already, but cutting these clear out of here, cleaning this up, and laying that in there horizontally, even so the charge, let's see here. It doesn't matter if it was laying horizontal like that. If it was laying horizontal like that, then I could put the fan motor down and it wouldn't matter. And then, yeah, that's what we could do. We could put the fan motor down here and get down as low as we can, and we'd have all kinds of clearance. Now the question's going to be here, which I think I'm going to be just fine once I get that in the right location. And then I can put the charge air cooler up here. And then I was looking last night on the internet, and you can buy louvers to where we can take that steel hood and cut a big square out, and you can weld louvers right into the square part of that hood. That way the air will come out the top of the, it'll come out the top of the hood. Okay guys, I think I'm on to something here. I've been pondering this problem. I knew this was going to be my major issue with this thing, was this radiator. And I was trying to, I don't want to spend $3 or $4 grand or whatever, $2 grand or whatever they're going to charge me to build me a special radiator and charge air cooler for this thing. We've already got one here. We've already got a charge air cooler. And that charge air cooler is, you know, is kind of a, but I'll have more room. That's the thing, that charge air cooler is going to be an issue. Or is it? What I need to do is get my crane, bolt that charge air cooler back onto that radiator, get in here with my crane, flip this thing horizontal with my crane and set it down in here. After I get these cut out, I think it's gonna work. And then I could set that in here like that. And that'll be better anyway, because I was thinking about mounting it horizontally up here. I've seen a lot of race trucks and race cars and stuff where they had the radiator stuff mounted clear in the back, you know, with electric fans on. I was a little bit worried about putting it up here because I thought, is that water pump, you know, are we gonna get enough flow coming clear up here? Is that water pump gonna be working too hard? Now I'm kind of wishing I would have went just a little bit further back with the engine when I mounted it, but it's okay. I think we're gonna be able to make this work. I think we can lay it right in here like this, and then have that charge air cooler about up in here, and I think we'll still have room, you know, that, so the necks on the charge air cooler, one's gonna be coming out like back in here somewhere. That's gonna be kind of tricky. That's not gonna leave a guy a whole lot of room for, man, that's the problem. You can't even turn this cold housing on this turbo because of this stupid wastegate they got on there. Most turbos you can cock this in a different spot wherever you need to put it, because that air is going to have to come out of there and go into one side of that charge air cooler right there. Yeah, and then come back around and come into this, which is going to be kind of tricky.